all started like a nightmare when an invitation was forwarded to the Great Ironman Africa, which was saying, you are invited to African Deriv Conference in Rwanda, Kigali. And as you can see, the date written on the top of this picture, on the 30th of September 2022, the guy left Zimbabwe through Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport. And as you can see, the guy was in jovial mood. As you can see, he was accompanied by some of his friends and online gurus, the likes of Mkoma Sem, the Dream Chaser. As you can see, the Dream Chaser there at Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport. The guy was posing for a photo at the departures where he was waiting for the time to check in. As you can see now, the guy was leaving the Harare or Robert Mugabe International Airport, gets into the aeroplane. As you can see, people were now moving to board the aeroplane. As you can see, some of the chief air hostess, and this is the door or the passage into the aeroplane. As you can see, Mr. Dream Chaser there, and the guy at the front showing the boarding pass to the chief air hostess. And as you can see, the Ironman now seated in the Ethiopian Airways. Now they were about to leave Robert Mugabe Airport, International Airport, to Kenneth Kaunda International Airport in Zambia. As you can see, it was like a nightmare. You can see the guy was very happy to be in this aeroplane, the flying bus. Now at Kenneth Kaunda Airport, there was a lot of fun. Traders and other business-minded people, they were just posing for photos. As you can see, it was time for the people to rest for almost 1 and a half hours, waiting for people who were moving from Kenneth Kaunda Airport to Ethiopian International Airport. And there was a lot of fun. As you can see, this is the inside part of aeroplane. To the far left is one of the air hostess, those who take care of those in the aeroplane. As you can see, now around 8 p.m. at Ethiopian Airport, it was night. As you can see, it was night then, but the guy was still taking some photos. And they were quickly transferred from the terminals where they arrived and was being checked, security checks, and they were transferred from that zone in the bus. They board a bus to the terminal where they were supposed to board an aeroplane which was going to Kigali. And you can see now it was around 9 p.m. and you can see the Ethiopian Airways where they were supposed to board the aeroplane to Kigali. And you can see the guys were very happy. Now people boarding Ethiopian Airways. People were now entering into the aeroplane, Ethiopian aeroplane. This was quite smaller than the first one. The first one was bigger in terms of the number it carries and the number of seats. And in black, the lady in black is Tetemati. She is business-minded. And the guy was now boarding, climbing the steps. The guy was now in a jovial mood with other traders. Yes, the guy was going at the midst of the night, but he was still in jovial mood. Now, at the door or the gate of an aeroplane, and they posed for a photo. The guy to the right was very funny. And now, around 1 a.m., 1:15, the guy arrived in Rwanda, at the Rwanda airport, international airport, and this was Kigali International Airport. As you can see, the guy was now in Kigali, and it was 26 past 12. It was 26 past 12, and this was inside the international airport where there was better light. And they arrived at around 5 past 2. And this was the gift which was in the room, the gift from Deriv. And the guy did not stood back, but he started to take some photos. As you can see, 8:48. You can see the photos of the hotel. And they went for breakfast. This was the first day. On the 1st of October, 2022, you can see the plates were very full with all stuffs that you can like. And the game started. They were enjoying Ironman alongside Dream Chaser. And the guys were enjoying the breakfast. This was the breakfast time. Time for photos. Behind the pool. Taking photos, morning photos, before the conference. And the guys went for the conference, and they were still taking some photos with these big minds, the guys behind the success of Deriv, the Ironman, and Mr. or Pastor Kasese from Zambia. It was nice time for this guy to meet at the conference center. It's convention center. Now, most of the people were there for photos. Second from right is Ironman, alongside the managers of the company and other supporting staff. And everyone was busy running and rushing for photos. And the Ironman to the left, and the Kingmaker from Zimbabwe again. Ironman, the man himself, smiling for the photo on this Deriv banner. Yes, you won't move alone, but you can move smoothly with other traders. And now they were enjoying the food, lunchtime, with Dr. Mr. Pastor Kasese. And this was the conference, the convention center. The room and all chairs were empty. People were busy enjoying and filling the stomachs. And the Ironman was trying to lecture, to see the mission, to see how best can he deal with this thing called Deriv, how to make money from, towards, and against the name Deriv. There is money. When you see Deriv, the word Deriv itself, it means money. And Mr. Ironman, he met some of the big brains there at Kigali. These guys in these different t-shirts, the man to the right side of Ironman, who is in black, they are big brains when we talk of online forex trading. And they were in jovial mood. And Ironman went to take another photo where it was written Africa's Business Heroes, celebrating Africa's business heroes. So, as you can see behind this man, there's a message, meaning to say the man is likely going to take this business to another level. As you can see, other people call him the Great Ironman Africa. So he decided to point the word Africa. As you can see, now it was time for the people to go for red carpet dinner. And people were very smart. As you can see, Deriv Radisson Blue Hotel. This time must be remembered. And the guy was very, very smart. As you can see, jovial mood, taking some photos. And this is the room. Around 6 p.m., people were seated, waiting for the good time. But the setup itself was good. As you can see, most of these people, they were very, very happy. And everyone in this room is a successful trader. You can see the guys, they are very healthy. You can see Ironman with one of the big brains. They were very happy. Drinking time, people were refreshing memories, were refreshing brains. People were very, very happy. photo taking. Ironman, alongside the best traders from his country, the people who is taking online forex trading to the greater heights. Ironman, alongside Dream Chaser and Her Excellence Dr. Angela de Fibonacci. I know most of the people know this lady. It's amazing. She's a hard worker. She works very, very hard. Time to refresh. Lighter moments. Yes, we were together. The great Ironman Africa. And the guy who was saying we were here and we were together, he was shouting. It means that everything was good. Brains refreshed. This guy is respected by this man, the great Ironman Africa. He's also the big brain in this company. Listening, whenever this guy speaks, the great Ironman Africa takes some notes. It was the lighter moment again. They were together and they were very happy. Yes, the great Ironman Africa, the Dream Chaser, and to the right is Mr. Chipo from Zambia. The Ironman was very happy and Mr. Chipo was very happy to meet face to face for the first time. As you can see, Mr. Chipo and Deriv official shaking hands. And Mr. Dream Chaser, Mr. Ironman, was watching these guys as they were introducing each other. This is the starting, or this is where the business starts. When you shake hands, I can say this was a golden handshake between Deriv official and this guy from Zambia. And then 4 of these guys posed for a photo. Yes, as you can see, the great Ironman Africa met one of the guys who is working hard from his country to change the atmosphere and how online forex trading looks and what people believe about online forex trading. In their deliberations, they then found that where the great Ironman Africa come from is where this guy who is at the left side of the great Ironman Africa as we are seeing it also come from in terms of relatives. They are some of the relatives for this guy. So they are homeboys. But that was discovered in Kigali, Rwanda. And they posed for some photos. These were lighter moments. After the consent, after the joyous celebrations, where they were playing to soft music, the great Ironman Africa went and take a rest in this beautiful place. This is the reception of Radisson Blue Hotel. If you sit on this seat, you can feel the comfort of sitting. And the great Ironman Africa was now checking time. If he is not going to bed too early or too late, then he relaxed, feeling the comfort of the seat. Yes, the area, the reception is quite good, as you can see. And now in the hotel room, he started to do some selfie, taking some photos. The man was very smart. Yes. On the following day, the 2nd of October 2022, around 11:04, as they were seated outside, this was break time. Alongside the guys, Spraga and Brian was also there. If you look at the background, you can see the beautiful part of this Radisson Blue Hotel. This is Convention Center. As you can see, the cone behind the Ironman Africa, that cone is amazing when you see it at night. There are some lights which rotates at that cone. It's something else. That is Radisson Blue Hotel. Pausing at these places, and it is the second best hotel in Rwanda, and it's a 5-star hotel. If I talk of 5-star hotel, those who are used to go to hotel, they know what I am saying. And the Ironman was pointing that Radisson Blue Hotel is something else. It is like a mini heaven. And the guy was always alongside Ironman. And they were together again, posing for a photo, showing that they were close to Radisson Blue Hotel. And they moved to the center where Deriv offices are found, and they posed, took some photos, and this is on Pash featuring Ironman. And the guy moved to the mall where they posed for photo, where His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, was officially inaugurated this building. And they was interested by that. And they posed for a photo, as you can see. And this one is another guy who is doing well in Zimbabwe in terms of teaching people how best can they make money. Apart from going to work, there's also other ways that you can use to make passive money, passive income. And he's known as BG Forever. It's amazing. And they moved to Kigali town, where they posed for photos again. This was Kigali town. In the town of Kigali, as you can see, bigger buildings there. Yes, you can see. This was Kigali. Most of the places in Kigali, it's a place where it looks like it's mountainous area. So the houses, the buildings, they are either in valleys or mountains. As you can see, now they were back to the convention center. Convention center is very big. That Radisson Blue Hotel area is very, very big. And the people who are managing this hotel, they are doing well. Every place is very nice. Every place is very smart. No litter, no what. Green lot. Everything is good. No dust. As you can see, this was very good place. Dream Chaser putting on some shades. And you can see he was in joyous mood. Dream Chaser and PG Forever. As you can see, the Ironman Africa was also in joyous mood. You can see the Kigali Convention Center. This area is very, very big. As you can see, posing for some photos. And they are on this tower where there was this message, International Anti-Corruption Excellence Award. This statue was constructed in appreciation of the people of Rwanda and the anti-corruption efforts of His Excellency President Paul Kagame. There is no corruption there. It's a good place. As you can see, Radisson Blue Hotel. And this was inside the hotel. There was a turfy, a carpet everywhere you move. You were like you are moving on a balloon or moving on something with air. It was a nice and good place. And the dream chaser was busy feasting there, feeding himself, the great Ironman, with his plate full of food, enjoying the meals. Yes, it was the time for the lunch. And now, the guys were now traveling back to their country. And this was Ethiopia. As you can see, you can always see this. And this information is also found on the boarding pass. So you need to take cognizance of these things. Pay maximum attention so that you know your terminal. And they were at Ethiopian International Airport, waiting for their time to travel from Ethiopia back to Robert Mugabe International Airport. And they were having lighter moments there where they were taking some photos, and now they were seated waiting for the time to move from Ethiopian International Airport to Robert Mugabe International Airport. This is the Great Ironman Africa and Auntie Mati. They were now preparing to leave Ethiopian International Airport. Now, as you can see, the men landed in Harare. This is Robert Mugabe International Airport, alongside his family members who joined him or welcomed him at the international airport. The family members were very happy to see the Great Ironman Africa. As you can see, everyone was very, very happy. Everyone was happy there. As you can see, this was Robert Mugabe International Airport. Everyone was very, very happy. You can see it. You can see it. People were very happy. They were happy. Yes. Yes. They were very, very happy. And for those who are yet to travel, you can take a look at the boarding pass. This was the boarding pass to and from Kigali. And you can see any information that you can think of, so that you can familiarize. This one is the baggage information card. If you part with your baggage or your luggage as you depart from a certain international airport, you see that baggage at the end or at the area where you are visiting your destination. If you are like changing aeroplanes for 3 to 5 times, you won't see your luggage until you reach your destination. So everything is well organized when it comes to the issue of traveling using aeroplanes. So I just urge people just to spare something. Take your family to any resort center so that you can refresh their minds. You can give them a certain exposure which can make them think differently. Because in these areas, you can meet different people with different mindsets. You can simply copy the best of life. Because if you remain closed in a certain area, maybe you are the best or you are at the top of others in that area. People will keep on praising you, worshiping you, taking you as their Lord. But if you go to other areas, you can feel challenged. You can copy something and you can grow. The sky is the limit. This was what the great Ironman Africa experienced. And in his words, he is very grateful to the company, Deriv. Now he is 100% Deriv. Every trader must trade on Deriv platform, the only broker who cares for the clients, the only broker who is very, very visible in many nations in Africa. People with 100% accountability in terms of everything. It's up to you. Don't forget to subscribe or to like the pages. Then go to the description section and open your account so that you can enjoy like this. This is 2022 Rwanda Kigali Conference, which was fully initiated and made possible by the one and only best broker in the world, Deriv. Thank you, Deriv.